Over here on Blue Hill Ave, right by Winthrop Street. Earlier, the fire department came by. They got a report of a possible hole that could become a sinkhole. So we'll check it out and see how big it is. Um, this is that street that's been under construction for like the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years by now. So I wouldn't doubt it. They don't pack the dirt the right way and stuff. So that's what happens when you don't hold people accountable. This is the area of the city councilor that, wasn't quite the city council for the community. And if she was, we probably wouldn't have stuff like this in our area. Let's take a look and see how big it is. I think he just pulled up to go investigate it. They said not too sure how big it is, how small it is. It's potentially could become bigger, yeah. You gotta excavate that all up and pack it the right way. He's gonna take. Heavy enough truck goes on there.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. One pull.
So the thing is, you don't know how soft the other ground is around it, so you have to kind of open it a little bit wider than it is and pack it. Who do they blame for that? Do they blame the MWRA project that was digging up the ground, or interesting?
Charlie 202, clear with you.
It's a pretty busy roadway too. You always get cars and trucks coming up and down here, so you got cable TV, you got Verizon. Looks like another Verizon over there. You got water and sewer to the left, like right there. Should be Verizon. I could have told him that. Anybody who has been in the city for a while, you remember Bell Atlantic way back in the day? So this is the old Bell Atlantic covers. They're probably over 50 years old. It changed a lot of hands to 9X. Wow, so many different companies. Bell Atlantic. I can't even name all of them. There's so many of them. So now it's Verizon. And it usually deals with telephone communications when you see that, but Verizon now deals with internet and other stuff too, so they're kind of all over the place. But back then it was like one telephone company, one gas company, one electric company. Now you got multiple cable companies, multiple internet companies. You still have one electric company, but other people sub it out to, like, I don't know how they do that, but they do it. One gas company, but then Some people try to sub that out too. I don't know how they do that. So people knock on your door and say they're gonna pay. It's more of a scam than anything else. So don't even buy into that. Look into it first. They tell you you get your rates lower than the rates that you're getting. So they start you off with some small rates, and then 5 or 6 months you hit with some higher bills because you're paying it towards the end of it rather than the front of it. And it's mostly a scam than anything else. I don't see any savings out of it. I actually called N-Star back when it was N-Star. Now it's what do we got now? We got National. No, what do we have now? We have Eversource now. And they said that nobody can give you a cheaper rate than them because they are the providers of the service.
Bravo 201.
So we'll hang around for a little bit and watch a partial sinkhole.
I'm going to give you a courtesy ride to a mile from B3 to 11 Blue Hill Ave.
One thing for sure, you can't just put asphalt on top of that and cover it up because you don't know the integrity of the ground underneath, and it's already been compromised. So you have to, I mean, at least from what I'm told, you have to kind of open it up a little wider than the hole itself. You know, now fill it, like backfill it all in there. Tamp it down as much as you can. Cause that, like, that's sunk down about at least a foot. So that's a decent sized sink.
Hey, Randy. Hello? Yes, okay. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you come over here and take a look at this sinkhole over here?
Engine 9, a medical assist, 30 Cook Street, East Boston. Engine 9, a medical assist, 30 Cook Street, East Boston. Nearest box 6155 Paris and Cook Street, 1108.
Surprised they don't have like a command center. The city of Boston should have a command center with all the public works departments all in the same, area where they all communicate with each other. So like, radio communication would be better. But it's water and sewer with their I don't know if you guys know, but the city of Boston has some of the best drinking water, I think, throughout the country. I think the drinking water is the standards are pretty good compared to other places. What's up? What's up, man? Oh yeah, you're right. I'm just covering a sinkhole. I hear you. Right. You're right. Yes, sir. Take care. You too now. Yeah, he said, I don't know if you heard this. He said, at least I'm not covering a shooting and it's not another black man laying in the ground. And I said, which is true.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to be L20 arrest, transporting one juvenile from this location back to C11, starting mileage 11342.0.
And now, just so you know, it'll take them several hours to get. First, they're going to figure out who's going to fix the hole. you really can't blame anybody for it because you have to know that who caused it. You can't say it's Verizon because you don't know Verizon caused it. We do know that the MWRA project dug up a lot of this ground right here, and in the process of digging up this ground, they removed a lot of dirt on the pipes and they didn't pack it properly. Now, if you guys know anything about excavating, when you dig down, you always weaken the side walls because you're taking dirt from the side and that top drops down from the weight. So, and then when you dig around poles and stuff, you can never pack around the pole from the original pack because it was a vertical pack rather than a side pack. So that, and then we do know that when the MWRA project came through here, they caused a lot of gas leaks through the national grid. So we do know that the MWRA project did cause gas leaks because I saw it myself. The guys that work on national grid saw it. They dug around the pipelines, they didn't support them. They weakened the ground, and then when they covered it back up, it wasn't the same. Now, this is just the way I would do it. The way to know you put the same dirt back in there is don't take the dirt away. So if I took all the dirt out of there and I packed the same dirt that came back in there, I should be get close to the same volume minus what I put in there, if that makes any sense. But if I don't measure the dirt I take out and I put fresh dirt back in, I'm never gonna know how much I should be packing back in there. That might be way over you guys' heads, so don't try to figure that out.
Columbia Road, I'll take that report. I'm around the corner.
So to tell you that this actually falls under the city of Boston. I mean, they're supposed to fix it, figure out who did it later on. Now you can do whatever, but ultimately this asphalt right now, because it's in that condition, it falls under the city of Boston. It doesn't fall under the National Grid. Now, if they would have had an inspector out there watching what they were doing from the beginning, they could make sure they packed it back the right way. Now you can hold them accountable while they're doing it. But after they close it up, it's kind of hard to figure who did it,
And Harry Eagle 9, I'm clear from Rossiter. Can you put me on a 19 ID at 51 volts?
And that's a problem that we have around the city of Boston as well with the buildings. So architects and designers will make up a blueprint. The city of Boston will approve of it. So the architects and the designers would do a change order on some of the blueprints, but the city of Boston inspectors will never come out and see what the change order was and how it came out. They just they never inspect the building. So once they dig the ground, you won't see an inspector come out at all, at all, 100%, not at all. I talked to some contractors; they don't come out. They come out if something happens, but they don't come out to see if you're doing the building the proper way, if you're using the proper footing that you said you were going to use. So all they going by what they see on paper. They're not making sure that paper matches up with the plans that you're building. And that's how a lot of these buildings are. I'm not going to name the buildings, but a lot of these buildings are in, danger of collapsing, put it that way, because of that particular reason. Like I said, there's a lot of traffic on Blue Hill. Some people might take that shortcut down Winthrop to go the other side to Dudley, depending on which way they're trying to go. If you're trying to get to South Bay, well, I guess you can't make that turn either because they were trying to make this turn right here where the cruiser is, but you can't do that because the cruiser is kind of blocking. So now you're stuck with having to go all the way down. So this is the
113.
and another thing too. No one has ever, like, as far as I'm concerned, no one has ever adjusted these traffic lights the proper way to pull the traffic for the volume that it has. There's a lot of traffic that comes up and down Blue Hill. The lights are not quite sequenced to pull traffic. And they probably will never get that right. They probably never will. Probably have to call somebody from like another country or another state to come over just to get their lights together the right way. That's usually what happens, you know. If the MBTA will call a consultant from like Japan to ask them how they should run their subway system because they don't know how to run it themselves. And they pay a lot of money for it and they still won't get it right, you know. Like Phil Ng, I think this is his third year in office. They said, well, the other guy before him was going to hit the ground running, and and this. Well, I'm not going to say who it was. This guy told me he's going to hit the ground running. He's going to run the other way because he doesn't have any experience in transit. And the same thing with Phil Ng. Phil Ng doesn't have any. He doesn't have any experience in transit. He has experience in railroads. And railroads and transit is totally different. 100% totally different. Not even close. One thing they have in common, they have tracks and rails. Other than that, you know, it's totally different. I know people who don't have experience in railroads and transportation that could do a better job than Phil Ng. I can guarantee you they could. Matter of fact, I know I could. So, because all you're doing is making decisions. I mean, think it out, put it on paper, get input from other people that are smarter than you, and make the decision. That's a shame that this guy gets $500,000 a year, like $500,000 a year, to do literally nothing. Like, literally nothing. What does he do? Like, if you think about it, the transit system running without him if he wasn't there, and it has ran without him. We got ceiling towers falling off, hitting people in the head, a whole lot of stuff. Trains are still not any faster than they were. More money's being spent. I still see leaves on the tracks. I see trip hazards on platforms, so I don't know what they've done. That's coming up next. I'm gonna start doing videos of the T platforms and show you the deterioration of the platforms. Let's not talk about the blue line and the red line because those ones are horrible. Oh, they're horrible. In very bad condition. But I soon start doing some videos of them because they had about 3 to 4 years to fix it and they haven't fixed it, so that means they don't plan on fixing it.
Clear the 4 alarm, small fam. Lift, small fam. 643. Ma'am, the caller didn't want to do a report anymore, said we took too long. You got a 14 call.
Okay, so I figured I'd show you a little sinkhole. Nothing major. Like I said, it's going to take several hours for them to fix this. Let me even get the guys with the equipment out here to even attempt to fix this. It's going to take several hours. They don't come out that quick. But if they do happen to come out in the next half an hour or so, I'll be sure to get back to you. This guy's getting impatient behind. Why is he waiting there though? Why is he waiting? Just move up. Like, he's just sitting there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'd be beeping the horn too if the guy just falls asleep behind the wheel. No, you don't know if you're having a seizure or what. Keep in mind, there's no stop sign. There's no traffic light. There's no valid reason to stop there. I mean, And the other car was already past the bus stop, so there's plenty of space to move in. Not like he was. Let's see how this car stopped here so he don't block the intersection. So I can understand that because there's a car here and there's a car there, so you can understand that part. But when this van moves further down, like past the crosswalk, and he allows space for this other car to move in, you don't have to wait there any longer because, I mean, yeah, I know you're not supposed to block the intersection. We understand that part. But the other part is you did your part doing that, but when the cars move down, you still sit there. Man, I don't know if you guys can see. There's tons of traffic back there. Blue Hill Ave always has been a lot of traffic. Surprised they haven't tried to put a center run a bus lane down here. Only reason why they probably haven't tried to do it because it's not wide enough. But it's ironic. I don't know if you guys know it or not. They tried to do that same thing on Boylston Street. They tried to put a center. They tried to put a bus lane down. It wasn't a center run a bus lane. But Boylston Street didn't even want the bus lane at all. They made them take it up, like literally take it up. They were like, nope, we don't want a bus lane at all. They tried to negotiate. They were like, somebody told them. I gotta find out who told the city of Boston that they didn't want a bus lane down there. You understand? There's a lot of, there's people with a lot of connections down there too. So I might go down there and find out like how they managed to tell the city of Boston. Well, maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out. But they managed to tell the city of Boston because the city of Boston is ultimately like say yes or no. The state runs the MBTA, but the city of Boston still can say yes or no. I mean, they can say no. So somebody told, and I might know the group of people too. I might know because there's a group of people that I don't know if you guys noticed. They were trying to do a center run a bus lane on Mass Ave, and a group of people got together and told the MBTA basically that wasn't going to happen. They weren't going to run a center run a bus lane up Mass Ave, and guess what? They stopped it. They stopped it right in its tracks. So that's why you guys got to get together and unite and stop the one that they're trying to put on Blue Hill Ave because you just got to talk to the right people. You're making enough. Don't talk to Russell Holmes and Ayanna Presley because those people are not for you. It's clearly that they are for the bus lane. So you got to talk to people other than them. And the buck doesn't stop at those two state representatives. It goes a lot further than that. Take it all the way to Washington, D.C. if you have to. I mean, that's how you do it. I don't have time for all that, but,
Fox 603, code 19, Northern Ave.
that cone, he's probably going to hit that. You trying to go right there? You're gonna hit that cone, though. Want me to move that cone out the way? The wagon's out a little bit, but that's all good. Yeah, it's good enough. So the city, I might as well hang around while they chop up the ground a little bit. We got the compressor truck. That's the truck you will use to dig it up.
Charlie 411 can use the traffic up there.
I already called James, so.
And there's another thing the city councils were trying to do. They were trying to push a congestion tax. So it would be a $15 congestion tax for people to go through the city. So all that would do is make your services go up higher. So, so if you had an Uber or a Lyft, that price may go up. They may tack that price onto your Uber or Lyft. If you had a delivery service, that will they're just gonna tack that on there. If you had any kind of service, like even a plumbing or cleaning service, if somebody had to pay that $15 to go into the city, the rates are going to go higher. So you will have to find people within the city to do those services. So then you're only limited to what you can use now, or pay the extra price. So I mean, you know, New York does that. I guess they can afford to do that though.
Come in.
Power level, fire alarm.
Get a hold of 89.
Engine 7 and a no medical. Alton Street.
One second
And
here.
Donald Street. Boston. Engine 7 and a no medical. Alton Street. And Donald Street. Boston. Nearest box 1546 Dartmouth Street. NR Back Bay Station. 1128.
Yeah, it's a huge cut. It's a huge cut. There's people planning to see that. They're working on it. They're going to come.
So we'll probably hang around for a little bit and see if they do some excavating while we're here. If not, might come back later. You never know. So far it's been a pretty quiet day. Nothing major going on in the city. Sometimes there's a little activity. Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing?
Not gonna cover the race?
No. I thought about it, but I think I did it last year though. I still can do it.
Where the action is today, man.
Yeah, that's true. I'll see what happens. I throw stuff in the air and see how it drops. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on today too. There's like an honor of Paul Revere over in Charlestown. The 250. This marks the 250 years that he told us the British were coming. So they're having like a reenactment over there. Yeah, there's quite a few things going on.
Maybe the first nice weekend of the year.
That's true too.
Otherwise.
Yeah. That is true.
Can you grab and hold the guy for me on Boyson Street by the finish line and drop him off in the street 2 yards, please? It's one of your. You can get to Boyson Street? You can meet him right there by the finish line, right? Boyson. All right, got it. Hey, I got my guy added that way. My guy's on
So I guess they got I guess they're getting hold of the excavator. The guy that rides the excavator. He's gonna come down and start doing his thing. And they do have a couple of road races. I'm not sure if that's I think they got 2 different road races going on today, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, I'm gonna get you. Just stay right here in front of you, okay? Alright, no problem. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, you too, bro. Nice. Nice to meet you. Yeah, 3 or 4. Hey, could you put your truck right there? Louis? Put your truck right there with me. To my guy's truck.
Engine 32, 58, and 4, ladder 9, and 1, rescue 1, car 3, a structure fire, 65 Sullivan Street, Charlestown. Engine 32, 58, and 4, ladder 9, and 1, rescue 1, car 3, a structure
Probably the
fire,
supervisor that pulled
65
up over
Sullivan
there.
Street,
He
Charlestown.
just pulled up
Nearest box
right
4152
there.
Bartlett and Sullivan Street, 1133.
They've been having a lot of these. I don't know how the fire department get those calls, but they all come in as structure fires. But then when they get there, it's like it's nothing at all. I don't know if it's like 911 calls or I don't know.
EMS is going to be transporting this male to Tufts. My partner's in the ambulance. I'll be following.
It's easy to it's easy to call it a structure fire when someone says there's smoke in the building. But the problem is, it's like it could be smoke in the building too, and then they have to label it as a structure fire.
You're responding 1134.
Yeah, I want to see if you can let me get in. If I can just block for time. You want to have a truck? I can get out of here. What's up, brother?
How you doing, my man? Good. All right.
Nice to see you, man.
I see you busy, man. I didn't want to bother you. And this is nothing major, but it's something to check out.
Engine 4 direct company, okay?
So he's gonna can he?
You have it, okay? Car 3?
I don't know if he's trying to.
Car 3, yes. You have it.
He turned it around. Yeah, he actually did a pretty good job. Some people can't even turn the truck around like that.
Engine 7. Engine 7. What is the patient? Patient ready for
You want to shut off?
So DPW is gonna take over the scene, and Boston police is gonna clear up out of there.
Engine 32.
Code 425.
Engine 32, you're in command, report on block 4152. 3-story wood frame number shown, left 36.
Yeah, man. I went to work now. I was on my way home.
So you can show us clear from the truck station and also clear where they are as well.
I guess that's been like that for years. They got like multiple communication, what do you call it, manholes. You got one that's right where those cones are right there. Get another one right to the left where that tire is. They're all in like in the same spot. That one that's in the other side, that looks like Comcast. The one that's way over there. Looks like Comcast.
Answering command.
Engine 22, ladder 17, an odor of natural gas, 102 Chandler Street, Boston. Engine 22, ladder 17, an odor of natural gas, 102 Chandler Street, Boston. Nearest box 1544 Clarendon and Chandler Street, 1137.
On whose orders?
Got the all out in Charlestown.
All box 4152, ladder 9, upstairs.
So a lot of times they get there and it's like, you know, somebody burnt food on the stove. It'd be something very minor, but somebody will call in as a and once they call in, they got to strike the box because they don't want to take any chances.
Engine 7.
7.
Patient's reviews and treatment. We're going to return at 321.
Patient refusal, you return at 321, 1159.
Like I said, we'll hang around, watch them dig the ground up a little bit. We'll see if the excavator comes in with the next, 15 minutes, and might get some image of the excavator digging it up. The excavator's not that far away. If they're coming from, are they coming from over Highland Street? They might be. The Highland Street's not that far away.
Charlie 425. Can you take me up on a prior last 40339?
Maybe a little bit more, just another 10 feet probably. you did a good measurement though. It's kind of. Is that all of it? No. A little bit more. They're gonna back the truck up. Used to give him that extra. He needs about maybe another 10 feet just to get on the other side. Pull that cable back so he doesn't like run over it. Kind of help him out a little bit. Because if I don't pull it back, he will run over it. It's pretty good right there. You always got, because sometimes you can't. It's hard to do it by yourself. I mean, you could, but yeah, you got it now. You definitely got it now. No question about it. You got plenty of space now. Now, I tell you one thing, if you use these things all day, you'll go home and your arms are shaking even though they're not shaking. You ever used one of those before? You should try it for one day and see how it feels. You're gonna go home and your body's still gonna be shaking, but you're not shaking. You're gonna feel it. You'll feel it for you feel it for a while. Trust me. Your muscles, all your whole upper body's gonna feel all kind of jittery till you get used to it. It's not as easy as people think it is either.
22, you're all set.
The most important thing is you don't want to get that spade stuck in the ground. So you want to go down far enough but not too deep so you can get the spade back out. Sometimes you go too deep down there, you can't get the spade back out of the ground because it's wedged in too deep. So it's sometimes best to make small indents and go over it with bigger ones at an angle or something like that to make it easier. guy is trying to. I don't know what he's doing.
Slow it down.
Alpha Island, can be the event.
I remember a few years ago, they were some water and sewer guys that were cleaning out the main sewage drain. Those drains go down about 30, 40 feet. They're very, very deep. I believe it was in that corner over there, if I'm not mistaken. She said there's water coming out of there. So that means there's water under the ground. That's probably from that sewage drain over there, because they go down like 30 feet deep. Real deep down. There's a lot of water in there too.
You have to come to the plate over here. I can't go no further.
You want me to go off the water, so you're gonna call them. Call them.
Right, call him.
Call them, Michael. You got it, Michael, come out here?
Yeah, just call the main number. They should pick up.
You want me to call them or Randy?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So that's, yeah. They're gonna have to fix that. Yeah, you can't put a plate on that. They gotta fix that today though. they gotta fix that. Yeah, that's gonna get worse, you know. They're gonna have to. They have no choice because you already excavated it for them. They gotta dig it up, you know.
Yes, ma'am. Could you please have a
Potentially that could get bigger, you know. That's crazy. So it's a lot of water running in there. I don't know if this. You can hear it. Definitely can hear it. You can see it too.
Thank you.
I think that pipe is broken. The yellow pipe. They got a broken pipe in there. That's what they got. Well, that's definitely gonna get big with all that much water running. You see that pipe on the top? See it right to your right? Yeah. It's spraying off the side right there. Right on the side, it's coming up and over. That's crazy.
Well, they put my toy away.
Yeah, nothing you can do at this point. Hey, well, you started it for them anyway. At least you started it for them. Let's see water and sewer. I don't know if it's in my phone right here, but I can call water and sewer and see if they pick up. They should. I think I had that number in this phone here, if I'm not mistaken. Because I call them quite frequently. And see if they might pick up. They do pick up, because they say operations when you call, so they pick up. They always pick up.
Engine 52, a medical assist, 7 Abbott Street, Dorchester. Engine 52, a medical assist, 7 Abbott Street, Dorchester. Nearest box 361 American Legion Highway and Blue Hill Ave, 1213.
At the corner of what's this? Blue Hill and Winthrop. You got a water leak in it.
Just got off the phone with somebody. Is it water coming out? Or
It's not coming out. It's inside the manhole, but it's spraying out. You know, it's gonna probably get worse, but it's kind of hot. It looks like it's a pipe leaking inside there.
Is it next to a manhole?
It's not one of your manholes though. It's there's Verizon and cable next to it. The closest one you guys have is a shutoff that's next to it. So
Okay, I'm still sending a crew either way.
okay, they're definitely gonna need to excavate it up because it's like it's under the asphalt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them investigate it first. They might just drop a plate for right now, but I'm gonna have them look into it, okay?
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, have a good one.
You too. Bye bye. Yeah, so this sent somebody over. So that see, with that much water running though, it's only running. It's wherever it's running off to, and it's probably running off to a sewer. Cause I think the sewer is. I think it's that cap right over there. I think that's the one I saw the guys looking into before. I think it's that one. But if all that water is running into there, then it's pulling a lot of dirt down with it. It's pulling like a lot of dirt down with it. Who knows how long it's been running? Because if you look underneath there, like where I was looking, all that's hollow under there. It's just all it's doing is washing the dirt away. It's going to probably be a bigger job than they expect it to be too. Yes. Well, the good thing they found it at this point, because if you didn't find it now, come the next morning it'll be a bigger hole, and then it would be more chaotical. Potentially a car could fall inside of it or something, you know. But that much water running, it's coming. Maybe it's coming up that main gate right there. I know their gates run up and down the streets. It's like a 4-inch gate rather than a. So they got their dump trucks. They got a few trucks pulling up now, but got 3 trucks right behind each other. He's like, forget it. I can't do nothing with that. Got the gravel truck right there.
Engine 22, enter known medical, 1603 Washington Street, Boston. Engine 22, enter known medical, 1603 Washington Street, Boston. Nearest box 1661 Washington Street and Worcester Square, 1215.
So that truck there would typically take all the old asphalt out of there. That'd be the gravel to backfill it. And that truck behind, he might have dirt inside of it. Not too sure what he got in that truck behind him. As soon as he opened it up, I knew he can hear the water running, but he didn't know they're gonna water the sewer right there. They just pulled up. He said he's not here for that. He said he's gonna turn around. He said he wasn't here for that one, but he's gonna check it out anyway. Even if you put a plate over it, I mean, you could do that temporarily, but you risk having more water do more damage underneath it because you know the water's spraying out. So you got to at least fix the leak. If anybody knows the damage that water can do, just think of the Grand Canyon, with how the Grand Canyon got started. So that kind of give you an idea. You know, running water does a lot of damage. The longer it runs, the more chaos it can cause. Yeah, it's that main gate. You're right. That's exactly what it is. That gate goes all the way. It goes all the way down that way. But you can tell he has experience doing Because I never see nobody work the hammer that is quite the way he works it. So he has some just a lot of skills doing it.
Unconscious person. Ladder 17. An unconscious person. Nearest box 1546 Dartmouth Street, NR Back Bay Station. 1218.
Oh shit, that's water.
1218.
That's water, no, stop. Don't even touch it.
Yeah, don't even do kid. What's up?
Get phone and phone running.
Yeah, once there's water, they can't do nothing to it. They gotta get water and sewer to fix it.
It's a water.
It's a lot of water too. Quite a bit of.
General. Something's flooding out right now. Where it's going, I don't know.
He said, "Where it going? I don't know. It's going somewhere, right? It's definitely going somewhere. You're right. It's a lot too.
Water force.
It's a lot of force. Yeah, you can see it. Well, it's probably going into the I think somewhere over there. There's like a deep, like 30-foot deep sewage drain.
So you believe it going into the drain?
It might be making its way to the drain. It's definitely coming up for sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water too. And it washed away a lot of dirt though. Look how much dirt it washed away. See all that dirt gone.
Yep.
It's a lot of dirt that's gone.
It keep going.
Yep. It's going.
This look right here, so look like a pipe here.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely a lot. It's washing a lot. Look like it's coming from the top. Without seeing the whole thing, you can't tell. Look like it's coming from the top of that pipe and shooting up. You have to cut down a cut.
Correct location.
Stick that in there, tell me what you see.
I can see that yellow pipe. Look like it's come from. Look like it's come from that pipe, but it's probably been. But it looks like it's on the side of that pipe. On the other side, you see how it's flashing up?
Yeah.
So it's on the side, whatever's on the side of that gas pipe. And it's coming out with a lot of force. It's crazy.
Engine 29, ladder 11, a water leak to Cortina Road.
Yeah, you tried though. You did try.
A water leak to Cortina Road. Right, 05361 Cortina Road in Caldwell Ave. Ground 21.
Yeah, that's definitely gas there, but it's on the other side of that gas pipe. Yeah, cause that's the gate right there. So right, just about where that sink is, that's where the gate's at. That's where the line's going.
Engine 22 fire alarm.
It's coming off one of those right there. And those kind of like
Earth is taking a nap. Engine 22 returning.
they kind of run straight across. So that's probably running straight across. I don't think it runs horizontal because it would be interfering with the. Good question. Or maybe it could run like right this way and tee off this way, huh? That shit might cave in more. They probably do it tonight. They gonna do it tonight? They gonna wait till Tuesday? Cause Monday's a holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
All that fucking water.
It's just a lot of water though too. Yeah.
Attention all units.
Really? That's crazy.
I have a first half and the last half.
You would think they'll fix that right away because that could cause more damage. Plus, it wastes a lot of water too. Oh.
There are no overhead wires at the
So 5 sinkholes in one day?
Find the caller. We're going to return.
did a breakdown. Moved
135 Causeway Street,
7 of
Boston.
these.
Engine
Wow.
4 and medical. 135 Causeway Street, Boston.
I can tell you've been doing that for a while. The way you handle that, because a lot of guys can't handle it the way you handle it. So there you go. Because a lot of guys they're not gonna do it the way you're doing it. Make it easy too.
Yeah.
That way it's less headache. Yeah, I said exactly. They get the shit stuck in there. You're right though. I see that happen all the time. They get the shit stuck in, they can't get it out. Like what? You're right. You gotta know how far deep you're going down. You gotta work that hole. If you don't work that hole, it's gonna wedge right in there.
Off the parking lot towards Dorchester Ave. Correction, Park Street towards Washington Street.
See, a lot of this is from that MWRA project. When they dug all that dirt out of there, they didn't backfill it the right way. So, as soon as they've done their project, a lot of gas leaks came up around the same area because the pipes were sinking down and breaking. Yeah, they should be a little bit deeper. They only are requiring to put them 18 inches, but is that 18 inches though? They don't look like 18 inches. Gas is right here. That's the gas shut off right there. That might barely be 18. Like barely. So if you use the excavator, you go down too low with the bucket. Yeah, it should be a little deeper than that. I think it should be a little deeper. Cause one scoop, you're already hitting it. You hit the excavator, you hit that, you're gonna yank it up right away. That might barely be 18 inches, but
right on that pipe.
Right. That's not good. I think they only required them put them down like you could put it on up to 3 feet, but they only do 18, which is like the bare minimum. But car key driver, this shit that just fall right in. They'll fall right in there, no problem. It's just a matter of time that's gonna fall in. It's only 6 inches of asphalt, and it's not that strong. So he's gonna try to see if he can get them to put a plate on that. Now, if that's all they do is put a plate on that, that's not good. It'll be interesting to see if they do it that way.
They're gonna put a plate on it. They're gonna
Let it run all the whole weekend.
And put
Some spikes around it, and then leave it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shit, I ain't got to go no further. Done.
Yeah, well, you did what you had to do, because once you expose that, you couldn't close that up if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember I was doing one in East Boston 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Got the whole top off everything, man.
All pulled in.
So up top, like the water.
Wow.
Street.
And that's a lot of it's from the water too. The water causes that.
Yeah.
It washes it all the dirt away. Tell you, hopefully no heavy truck come by here. If a heavy truck come by, that's it. Get one of those over capacity trucks that come through here. That's it. And so they can't even excavate that, because even if they did, the water has to be fixed. So there's nothing they can do at this point. It's a bigger job than expected. It turned out to be what we thought could have been a small job. It's a much bigger job.
We can call it off as we can leave, because when time soon come back to go home. Okay, yeah, we'll leave the stuff with it. If I do anything, yeah, I'll pick them up in the morning. It's a deep hole.
Engine 32 37, a medical assist, 20 Vining Street, Roxbury. Engine 37, a medical assist, 20 Vining Street, Roxbury. Nearest box 2378 Benwood Road and Vining Street, 1228.
No, you might have to do 4 because these people walk right in the middle of that damn. Somebody walks. No, Bostonians are stupid, man. I'm telling you right now. You put that and somebody will see all that, right? And they still walk in the middle. I seen it all the time, man. Yep, I see it all the time, man. Man, well, they don't pay attention. They're either on their cell phone, not aware what they're doing. It's crazy. I see it all the time. They'll do it. Now, these people around here are not that smart, man. Trust me. I see it already.
Yeah, all right, go back to the yard.
So water is gonna wait until they bring the truck with the. I may hang since I'm here. I might as well hang around as long as I can. They're gonna bring a truck with the probably the front end loader and the in the metal plate.
Third party callers, not staying on.
And the metal plate is, you know, it's definitely gonna help out. We don't know how much is gonna get washed away from now until to Tuesday if they're gonna do it on Tuesday.
Ladder 11.
Looking for Delta Charlie 107. Fire alarm. Can you notify inspectional services for possible electrical at this location?
Wasn't planning on doing a long video like this. I'm not even sure how long I've been doing this. Hold on.
I see possible electrical at that location.
I can't even.
Well, big.
Well, 17 calling.
Out of 17.
All right, guys, we'll hang around for a little bit. If they show up, we'll get back to you with them putting the plate down.
Return 321.
See how close he's to that cone? Wow.
Fox 630, Adam Robert 95800.1.
I think I gotta put that in there. How do you drive that close to the cone and not realize that you drove that close to the cone? Because he's on the phone. Hey, my man, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. You just ran that cone over right there.
Okay.
Yeah, the phone's distracting you. Be careful.
Okay, thank you.
How do you not see what you're doing? That could have been a person. Interesting though. Very interesting.
Engine 14.
Interesting. I mean, you can't make this kind of stuff up, guys. You really can't.
Engine 14. Tower ladder 10. A local line. 1 West Windsor Avenue. Roxbury. Nearest box 2445 Washington Street. Nicholson Square. 1241.
He wasn't paying attention. Driving while, yeah, he was definitely. I told him, I said, hey, my man, you're on the phone, and he didn't realize he hit the cone. I'm like, that's not good. I mean, you guys, that's why you should not drive while being on the phone. Prime example. Do not pay attention to what you're doing. The phone call can wait. If it's that important, pull the car over to the left or the right and talk to them peacefully. Even talking on the phone is considered distracted driving, so you guys know. Even if it's on the headset or if it's in the speaker of the car itself, if you can't concentrate on the road, if that conversation is so intense that you cannot pay attention to what you're doing, that means you're being distracted. That means you put more energy to the conversation than driving, which is not good. And it helps you to know the distance of your vehicle, how wide your vehicle is. It does help. I figure I had to add that in. I'm still waiting for the guys to come with the plate. I didn't want to give you guys a long video, so we'll come back if they bring the plate. Okay, guys, I've been waiting for about a half an hour or more, and they still haven't came with the plate. The water and sewer guy, he's still on the side over there. But I'm gonna stop this video, and if something comes up in the next maybe half an hour or so, I might document them putting the plate on or what they're doing. But if not, I'll head off to the next location. But just want to show you, it's been about a half an hour, and it's just still sitting there. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.